Hey all, today I thought I would go over meal planning. Meal planning is something I see people stress out about, get really anxious about, and sometimes don't do at all. But it's also one of those things is if you don't do a little bit of at least, that it can really quickly lead to overwhelm, to having no food in the house, and to you jumping in your car and going to McDonald's, God forbid, or just eating something that you generally wouldn't have eaten had you been a little bit prepared. So I've come up with a system because I love systems, and this system makes it so easy, fairly automated, and very fast to do. So I thought I would share that with you, and at the end of the video, I will share with you some of my favorite current recipe books. Okay, so when I do meal planning, the foundation of that is about having basics on hand at all times. So my basics will change over time, and if you want some different ideas for basics, I have a book that talks about them and has recipes for how to do them. So I pick just a few basics that I generally make. I don't change that up unless I'm just really sick of them. But what I do change are the ingredients so that I will have a variety of nutrients coming in. So what I've done is I put my basics in just a little folder like this, and I will show you my basics for the week. I always make a bread, a cereal, a juice, smoothies. There's a noodle dish that Vivi and I really love, her milk, salad, and snacks. So under those, I have the ingredients for those items, or just some ideas here for snacks. I don't have amounts on here generally because these are things I make every week and I know what's in them. And I also, like I said, will rotate ingredients so that I'm getting a variety of those. So I have this little book when I am ready to do my online order. I do everything as much as I can online for all the reasons. And so I'll go online to make my order. I'll pull this out. I'll order any of the ingredients that I'm low on or I don't have any of, and to make sure that I'm going to have these things in the house all week. I never am going, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to make a juice, or what snack can I make, Vivi? Generally, unless I'm just really not on top of it, which is sometimes, I have those things. I know they're always in the house. Another basic I want to mention is water, making sure you have a good quality water. Tap water, I'm sure you already know. David Wolf calls tap water tap liquid, I think. He refuses to call it drinking water because in most cases it's actually unfit for drinking. So you either want to be filtering that or having water delivered or getting fresh water in some way, because that's such a base for what you're going to be making during the week. All right, so I'll go to make my order. I will order the basics from this book, and then what I will do is pull out whatever recipe book I'm using that week. I pick one because then I just write down the page numbers and I pull out 5 or 6 ideas of things that look good for me that week, and I will just write them down and then order the ingredients for those foods. I don't have any days, if you'll notice. There's no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, I just keep this on my counter, and every day I just pull something off over there that looks good and I will make it. So my juices are covered. My breakfast is covered in my basics. I do the cereal. Sometimes we'll do pancakes or something else, but I know that I always have the cereal in there. So I'm just really making one meal a day, and then for dinner, generally I will have another juice or smoothie or just some snacks, and it's so simple and easy. So this, like I said, I'll keep that on my counter and then just make one each day, and then I'll be eating from my basics. So that's what I do with the order. Sometimes if I'm dealing with some kind of health issue, for instance, if my skin is really dry, I will sometimes use this Anthony William book and look up whatever condition that is and then add in some of those foods for that week to address that. Just something I like to do. And that is really it. I did want to mention that I do keep this little binder that I started years ago with recipes that I've gotten from classes, or sometimes I'll just pull recipes out of like Real Simple or any kind of magazine and make them raw. And if they turn out really good, I'll put them in here. So this is something that I will go to quite a bit too, sometimes before I go to other recipe books, if there's something that sounds really good. So that's something you might want to start, especially if you're new to raw, or if you're not new to raw, is just start a little binder. You can index it if you want to, or just create a mishmash of things. And it's also a lot of great memories, actually, when I look at that, when I look at specific recipes in there. So super easy. You're just going to order your basics, and then you're going to go to one cookbook that you pick that week. You can pick a different one next week, and you're going to make 5 to 7, I would say, recipes, depending on if you're going to eat out or how many people are in your family, that kind of thing. So that's it. So simple. And then it just gets delivered to my door. Super easy. All right, now I'm going to show you just some of my favorite cookbooks, and then I'll sign off. I'm trying to make these really fast for you guys. This book is one I like a lot. Could have used a little bit more editing. There are some errors in here, but I love Marcus Rothkranz. So knowledgeable, and these are really good recipes, and the pictures are beautiful. This is one I always recommend to people who are new to raw, but it's just a fun book anyway. The first half is how to do raw food and kind of the philosophy of it. And then the second half are recipes that are delicious and really easy. My favorite thing I think about this book is it has transformations. So it has testimonials in here with before and after pictures. And I am such a sucker for before and after pictures. I don't know if that's a thing. This book, Wild Plate, is my current favorite. I love this book, Laurel Anderson. This book revolutionized making raw food for me several years ago when I bought it. They're easy to make generally, and they're delicious. And these are not like a cracker with, sauce on it and that's a pizza. These are like real. It has a real pizza recipe in here that's amazing. The chili recipe in here actually won the Malibu chili cook-off. Out of all of the chilies, meat chilies, everything, this one won. It's fantastic. I highly recommend this book. It's so yummy. I wish I got money for every time I have sold that book, because I tell everyone about it. This is one I'll pull out sometimes. It's the Botinkos. It's really simple recipes and generally really yummy. This one I will pull out if I want to make something special. There's a chocolate ganache pie in here that's like amazing. This is Raw Food Real World. This is Matthew Kinney's book. He has a fantastic restaurant in Venice that I love too. And that really is it. That's it. Like, I'll just pick one of those books during the week, use it all week, and then switch the next week. So I hope that is helpful. I would love to hear how you do meal planning. If you have really simple ways, this generally takes me about 15 minutes from start to finish doing my food order. And then just making one recipe a day. Sometimes I'll feel really inspired to make 2 and then make nothing the next day. Generally, I'll make one huge juice and drink it for 2 days. So I try to just simplify everything as much as possible. And if you want my juicing ingredients, there's a video on that as well you can check out. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that was helpful, and I would love to hear anything you have to say. Thanks. Bye.